So the Screenwriters Guild is an initiative that was born out of needing the screenwriters or the writers in general to be very organized. As writers, we are very background people. You sit in rooms, you discuss, the ideas are great, they take them, they produce them, and that's it. But also as part of the creative force, we have our issues.
They say society that doesn't read stops thinking, but we shall come back to that for a minute. Welcome back to yet another exciting edition of the Frontrow Podcast. My name is Andrew Kagwa, and this is a space where we talk about film professionals, people that are trying to make this a safe space. And in our role as supporters of the industry, we try to archive it. But I'm not alone. I'm with a partner in crime.
Kasule Douglas Benda Mtamadage Kajans Eke Salongo. Hashtag making UG films famous. We're here because we believe that it's very important to push and add it. You know, we are making ourselves the cornerstones of this industry because we push the narrative of please support the Ugandan films so that we grow it to the level of the Hollywood you dream it to be.
Yeah, so back to the comment I started with.
Kagwa, you've been stealing things that where did you get that from? Does the producer know about this?
Yeah, I know English. I write English for a living.
Well, you're a PR.
Yeah.
So definitely it has to come out, definitely. you know? Makes lots of sense. Kagwa,
Yes.
reading. Do you read?
I read.
What is on your reading list this year?
My reading list this year, I'm trying to buy a book. There is a book by Michelle Wong. She's not African, but she writes a lot about African. So she has one new book that I want to read. I want to actually buy. I buy books, and that's where part of my money goes every year.
I see the location. I know in this kind of business that we're doing, very many, I've always told people as a person who mentors, I tell people read a lot because knowledge is actually power.
Yes.
Read a lot. You can learn every other day from someone else's experience, someone else's words. Even if it's just how to do things that you're already doing, you learn a lot. And I realize, people are getting better with reading. Of course, we still have to, push them to see the value of reading. But I know people are getting better.
Yeah.
And today's guest, Kagwa, is very special. Before you know
when
it.
was the very first time you met our guest?
I don't remember, but it was a while ago.
Like I remember, I actually remember I was in the newsroom already. I was a journalist, and so I had seen her in a film. And I had seen her in people's projects, but I had not met her. But then there is this one film that I saw, which was about to come out, but at that time it didn't come out.
I know that film.
And then I saw her. And in that film, Bambi, she was naive.
Yeah, very village-ish.
Very, very, very village-ish.
Yes.
Like, there's a way she would just say her name in that way, and you're like, hey,
Bambi.
Bambi. Nga chiri
What they call raw.
Raw, yeah.
Actually, if that film had gone viral, we had the new Nakaunde.
Yeah, I think.
November Tia. You're talking about November Tia?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Remember that scene where they take and they're like, yeah, now you're going to be working with her. And I think she kind of thought she was there like to work. And even the person recruiting her is like, wait, she doesn't get it.
Yeah, she was actually raw. Man, that scene between her and Cindy.
Yeah.
Like you would definitely see the difference. But performance was amazing. I think that was one of my best films. Those days when I was marketing film, I think that was one project I really loved so much. Unfortunately, it didn't go to being showcased the way we wanted it to be showcased.
It didn't come out in time.
Yes.
And then,
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, please, she's going to introduce herself, our guest.
Hi, everybody. My name is Daphne Ampire Karema. And I'm a filmmaker. I love screenwriting. I love acting. And right now, I'm trying to love producing. Yes. And I'm also the president of the Screenwriters Guild of Uganda.
Holiday. Holiday Mirembe.
Yeah.
Calmly, as if she's talking about butter. So the name is Karema.
Yes.
Karema.
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 It's an R. It's not an L.
Zemna ulijua nisoma Karema.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's Karema.
That's beautiful. Who is you?
Who is me? I'm many things,
Yes.
but I'm a daughter. I'm a wife. I'm a friend. I'm a creative through and through. I'd also like to think I'm a child of God.
Don't think we all are.
We all are.
Yeah.
There are many facets to a human being, really. But I think very importantly is that I'm a woman on a journey. I'm a creative woman on a journey to find the meaning of life through the work that I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you've been writing for a good time, and mostly for screen, and that's from Borders. But before that you won Sanyo, and then you won JDC. Am I missing something?
Yeah, Hotel Mara,
Hostel,
Mama and Me.
So
There's so many.
Mama and Me as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Then a couple of films in between. Yeah, Mbeke Town. Yeah.
So after doing all this writing, I see you're transiting, and you have dreams come true. I think this Better You Ready is the tagline.
Yes.
First, tell us about the book.
So, every creative goes through a season in their lives where you sort of feel fatigue, creative fatigue, shall I say. And I think for the last couple of years, I'd been personally just going through fatigue and trying to place everything. I think when you're single, you have a lot of time on your hands to just figure you out. But when you get married, you get introduced to a whole new world, a whole other family. There's just a lot going on. And I quickly got fatigued. I don't want to blame the marriage, but generally film can be very fatiguing, as we all know. And for the first time, I allowed myself to unplug. And it was very frightening. It's like, how am I unplugging from the industry? Things like that. But when I did, I realized that I'd gone through so much. And so this book came out of all those things that have happened and are happening and we wish to happen. And one of the best taglines that I've ever found in life is that dreams come true. As writers, I'm in my head a lot. So I'm somewhere in a cloud in a blanket with juice or tea. And I'm like, yeah, your dream will come true. It's my mantra to keep myself going. That somewhere out there in this magical land, you have a dream and keep believing, keep pushing, it will come true. So that's how this book was birthed for me. I was trying to understand where I'm at, who I am, and what am I doing, as I'm growing and becoming an individual. Yeah, so that's where Dreams Come True was birthed.
Well, definitely. You see, it says dreams come true. Are you ready? Definitely this means you had a dream, or you still have a dream.
Yes.
Like the great Martin Luther says, we had a dream, or we have a dream. It means you have a dream, or you have had a dream.
Yes.
We had dreams.
Yes.
Tell us about these dreams. Because I believe through these dreams, you're going to state for us how you get to where you are today. In summary, of course, it can be a very long journey, but the journey getting to the dream.
Yeah, when you read the book, one of my big childhood dreams was to be on TV. Because we were on stage all through, I was so blessed to go to a school where film and where drama was highly celebrated, music, dance, and drama, very celebrated. So because it was such a happy space for me, I wanted to transition to film. So those were one of my dreams. And when I got a chance to be in my first short film, I felt like a dream had come true. I had another dream to like be on billboards and stuff like that. Then I met Mr. Wilbur from Extreme Casting, and that dream also came true. So there'd been a lot of growth. Then, of course, when we did Hostel, that dream I didn't birth for myself. I found myself being called for a writer's interview. I managed to work through it and I got in, but then, the doors just sort of flung open. I'd always just had dreams of, make film, be on television. What else do I want to do? Okay, maybe produce, maybe have a production house, Now my dreams are a little bigger than that. I'm thinking, how do we collaborate internationally? What does that look like? How do you make film a business? So the dream sort of keeps growing and growing.
Yes. Wow. That's interesting. Within this journey of the dreams you have had, what's one of the most outstanding things that have happened to you that you say, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a dream, but now this is beyond what I think I expected.
The premiere of Borders, my 15-episode TV show.
Yes.
I was in absolute shock and wonder and awe, because we had thought about it for almost 2 years. So for me, that was magical. That was as big as I could go at that time with my capacity, with everything I knew, and it felt like, okay, so this is where we're at. We've grown and grown and grown, and now we have 15 episodes of a TV series out, and this is the way the premiere looks. For me, that was one of the most magical nights ever.
I was not invited.
Yeah. Everyone was invited.
No. Were you invited?
I wasn't. Actually,
who was inviting?
And
it was
I kept thinking about that.
Yeah,
I wasn't invited.
Some things hit hard, right?
And you see, for me, when I don't get invited, one of the things that gets in my mind is I think I pissed off someone.
Yeah.
Because
someone dictated your name from
I
the list.
did.
No, not at all.
Yes.
Not at all. I think because I told the people sending the invites, invite everyone, whoever is available on this day, because I didn't think anyone was actually going to come. So we just had our main guest because we wanted to show good faith, like we're also part of the industry and I'm an individual. So I told them, please invite as many people as want to come. There were barely cards. So I just told them the door is open, they can walk in. It's okay. And that was the premiere.
That is basically Borders is. You watched Borders?
I've not really been lucky enough to.
I have watched Borders. There's an app.
Yes.
On it's called
Foursome TV.
Foursome TV. Yeah, you can download it. Actually, you can catch all the episodes. So I was home during the holidays, and we watched episodes with my family.
Okay.
And the girls were very, very, very happy.
Okay.
Because because I've tried so much to make sure we fall in love with Ugandan content in any way possible. And we have watched all these shows. So when the chance comes for us to watch something together, we sit in the living room and we watch.
Yeah.
And we watched Borders episode after episode. Like we basically cleared the schedule and said we are sitting down to watch this.
Amazing.
And they're still mad at you.
Why?
Where's the season 2? Yes, because they so believe the way it ended. Because they keep saying, Dad, you know all these people.
Tell them to
us.
produce the next one. Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes they even trick me into telling them what's going to happen on a show which is on Pal Magic. And I'm not supposed to say, even if I know, So that's proof that actually this content is loved by people. And even for the young generation, which is so used to the, foreign stuff,
Yes.
they get to fall in love and ask for an extra. But I really want to dig into the content development support program, which I think this project is a child of.
Yes, it birthed
product of that project or program, which I think you are the first guys to benefit from this. We want to understand because, of course, there have been so many questions.
Okay.
And I think there's an episode that you asked the question, why do they give money to TV series?
Like personally, I've never understood why a content support program, because there are support programs in other countries.
Right.
And most of the times they are supporting short films and feature films because they are trying to kickstart people's careers. And the reason why most of them do not support TV series is because a TV series is continuous. And when
very
you're
budget
unfriendly. And very budget unfriendly. So when you're kickstarting someone's career and you're supporting their TV series, what happens after? Because I know they're asking for a season 2 and we are basically asking for a season 2 because we reached that fear. I was afraid of that. Yeah, you're going to support someone and they'll do a very fantastic series, and when it ends, is there a plan of who is going to carry this dream forward? So personally, for me, that's usually the issue I have whenever I see them and I'm like, oh, they're giving another TV series.
I think we'll have a person here who has been there.
And most of the times I'm looking at it thinking, there goes another one season.
Oh dear.
So do you
one season wonder?
Yes. As you, Daphne, have you faced that? Like the question of how do I now go to the next stage of this project?
I think my mindset is it's a challenge. I need to figure it out. They gave me a head start, thank God. But now what's next? And I think that's why, for me, borders prompted a lot of financial decisions being made in the creative. I started asking myself very important questions that my husband used to ask me all the time. How much does this cost? After I give you, or if we go and we pitch to somebody and they allow, how will they get their money back? So because now we have all these questions in our heads, I think it's not a bad thing to be a one-season wonder. It's a good thing if you can now sit back and say, okay, actually, let's figure out how to make money out of film, or let's figure out how to work with organizations that have different needs so that film can work for both of us. I get to shoot my seasons, practice my craft, I be happy, and you get to send out your message. I think we are far from it being exceedingly or happily lucrative, but I'm sure there's still a gap somewhere that we can fill. Yeah, so for me, I looked at it as, hey, they've given me a big challenge, so let me see how to step up to the plate.
How much did you get?
I got 179 million.
179 million.
Yeah.
That was good money.
No, it wasn't.
No, I mean,
Generally speaking, yes.
Generally speaking, someone giving you that lot is something. I think we have not seen such huge chunks of money.
That's about 40,000
USDs.
Yeah.
But for a series,
It's about
It was very little.
40,000,
Very
and considering the fact that some guys somewhere were giving people 10K for a feature film, and those films were bad.
Touch-color.
Okay, yeah, we shall not do it. So for a series, it wasn't enough.
The producer ngamba nemekugana chikola.
I did not see the producer.
If at all our names have been dated off lists when we have done nothing. Now imagine when you start saying things. But no, I think generally why I say, you see, we've not had such monies in the industry for a while.
That's true.
You understand?
but they also made it quite clear to us who are in the room that this support may not be what you're looking for. It may not be enough. So please gather support as well, as because we went in as companies, not as individuals.
Okay.
So I kept that at the back of my mind, knowing that I have a TV series. This is a joke.
And okay, like when you say that, I really like that that conversation was had with them.
It was,
It's a total contrast of when my other friends give you money. For them, it's their thing. They whether the budget is big enough or is small, they believe you should.
Which friends?
Just take it as my friends. Yeah.
For the first time, you're a coward.
Yeah. So when my other friends want to give you money, and I know you know what I'm talking about.
Does she?
Yeah, she knows. Why do you think she's smiling? When
Please protect our guest. She's
I
only
actually don't know, but
she's only our guest. We don't have to
everyone in the room knows who I'm talking
we
about.
don't know. Chikubewo tugende ku kiddako. Nze nkwesiga. Me, I know. Kagwa. Me, I know.
So
you can't buy
when my
it.
other friends give you money, for them they just want you to do their product. You can't go out and seek money from like a telecom company. Like for you're doing their thing. Okay. They are going to put it on their platform. It's theirs. It's not going anywhere else. But I just want to know, like, do you think when you guys were told you can look for support elsewhere, do you think filmmakers in that room actually got it? Because I feel like we get many grants, and most of the time a grant is not giving you all the money you need for the project.
Yes.
But still people try to shoot within what the grant has given them. Yet we see filmmakers elsewhere, they get a grant here, they try to still attract money from elsewhere. But for Ugandans, if they get that grant, they try to fix the entire budget into that grant. Yeah. So do you think the other people in the room actually understood that these guys have given us the freedom to look for money elsewhere?
I'm not sure. What I do recall was that even before signing any contract, that was very explicitly stated by the organization. They told us, yes, we have given you, but please don't come crying saying it's not enough, because this is the best we can do at the time. To be honest, I think I was one of those people who at first thought, I think we can make it work. But later on, I realized there is no making it work. I really need to be very serious and go and look for help. I'm not sure. I have a feeling that everybody felt like me, if I'm to use myself as an example. Because when you're looking at the lump sum versus your scripts, you're thinking, do we really have to go to the riverside? We may just pour some water, guy night out. But when you go into practicalities, it doesn't work. I had a border. I had to go to the border. And I needed, whatever should take me to the border to go there. I couldn't fake it. I couldn't green screen it. You get? Yeah, so I think there's always that. As a business person, filmmakers are business people. You're always hoping it won't cost you as much until it costs you way more. Yeah.
Actress, writer, producer. Have you directed?
No. I steer clear of directing.
Why?
Because I already have enough going on in my life.
So
Let the directors direct.
So you're an actress?
Yes.
You are a writer and now a producer. How do you balance? Have you worked on a project where you are all three?
No. I try not to. Okay, maybe the series. You write today, you shoot tomorrow, things like that. Then you make sure the production. But I don't think it's wise, to be honest. Pick something, If I write, let's say, if I write my movie and I want to act in it, I will let everybody else do everything else after that. One thing at a time. I think it's safer. It's quality control is even better that way. And also for you not to lose it and then complain that film is so stressing. Yeah. Because sometimes, I'm so stressed. I'm about to die, burnout. But you're the burnout. You're the reason why you're having burnout.
Yes. How did? Yeah. Because I've been imagining how you were able to remain very disciplined and keep yourself out of borders. Even the carol of crossing.
Yeah, I know.
What you call it? People that discipline has failed.
Man, producers and you see producers who also write. I don't think I don't want to step on any toes, but man,
you always do. She call it
like producers who write and then they also act. Dangerous people, like you cross their paths and then you see your character starts saying weird things. Like you read your script and you're like, so I'm going to sleep with a married man? Like but I've been holy throughout the, like, where is this coming from? I'm going to run into a speeding truck. Wait, you're dead. Yeah. So
you find a way for revenging.
Have you acted in something where you're producer and then you're also on the writing team?
No, because Borders, I think I did like one Carol as an extra, but it's because we didn't have someone to sit in the chair. But like I said, I steer clear of that stuff. Because you need to understand, as a producer, you want to see what's going on your set. You get it? So if you're in front of the camera, a lot is happening behind the camera that you're not in control of, or you don't know what's happening. I think for my own peace of mind, I prefer to do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Or if I do decide that I'm going to act, I get someone else to produce me. And I tell them, please come and be my producer because I can't produce myself. Yeah.
You know, there was a time I complimented an actress in a show. I thought she was amazing. So I was talking to the producer, and I was like, man, that lady is amazing. And the producer was also like part of the writers.
As if I swear this is going,
The person didn't come back for season 2.
Oh.
This business, people are that bad. But it happens, yeah? It happens. You have the power in your hands.
True.
I wanted to ask a question about Ogoba. Like, imagine in a dobozo Kogoba. Kagwa, imagine. Daphine, Kagwa Munange.
You're fired.
Ogoba.
I think every business person agoba.
Urandikoja.
It depends. If the facts
Katoni
outweigh
kasigara
you,
wekate.
Simobi.
Yeah. Have you heard that?
For the good of the project.
I love you as a person, but for the project, we are sorry. Let's part ways.
Yeah, because sometimes inconsistencies.
Yeah.
We tell them, we maybe we'll work together another time.
Yeah.
Right now, it's not working.
Sounds like a good relationship ending. Yes. So, Daphne.
Yeah.
We want to, definitely, this is something very, very important, which I want everybody to grab a copy.
Yeah.
I want you to, before you tell us about how to get these copies, I want us to dive into something that we know right now is like close at your heart, the Screenwriters Guild
Yes.
of Uganda.
Yes.
I know it is close at your heart because one, I've seen, we have seen you as, I would say as a face, because you're being intentional about seeing things. And of course, the fact that you started writing long ago, and of course, from the hostel time, all these other projects you have done, you even, I've read the book, you have gone even copywriting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a copywriting history.
Yes, which means you definitely are the person who understands the struggles of the writers, screenwriters. Someone before of course, we shall get a more detailed episode for the Screenwriters Guild, but tell us about this initiative. Tell us about the Guild briefly and what you do in the Guild.
Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity to discuss SGU, as we briefly call it. So the Screenwriters Guild is an initiative that was born out of needing the screenwriters or the writers in general to be very organized. As writers, we are very background people. You sit in rooms, you discuss, the ideas are great, they take them, they produce them, and that's it. But also as part of the creative force, we have our issues. We have training issues, Sometimes you enter a writing room and you have 15 years of experience and the next person has a year of experience, but you have to figure it out, So also, perhaps we are the reason the authenticity of our stories is not working, because everybody wants to be very American or very foreign. And you're like, no, here, homegrown stories are rich. There's a lot going on, even just in your neighborhood. So how do we build and create a culture where our own stories are loved? We are the voice of, we are the story makers, so you might as well, groom them. And so apart from those issues, there were issues of writers saying, akakantu nakawandika naye man, baka shooting, asala baya dechkumi, things like that. So emphasizing copyright within the community of film. That if I have copyright over a product, you're not allowed to even step out. Like, you have to pay me, make it worth my while, you get. So there were those mostly issues of copyright, copyright infringement, people simply not being respected in their workstation, and also our talent not being well trained, such that when we reach the international stage, I've never had a Ugandan, well, we did do one that went on and did really, really well abroad. But many of the stories were either handheld, co-produced by an international writer. So we were looking at all these things and thinking, no. As a guild, we should be able to solve some of these issues. And also consistency of the paycheck for the screenwriter. I should be able to say, I Daphine, I Bender, I am a screenwriter, and it's okay. This is what I do for a living. Instead of your parents also wondering, now, law. So that we say you're a lawyer. So creating decency within the works, a decent portfolio, or professionalize it for our people. Yeah. And also bringing the talent closer. We have found interesting storytellers, like in Chigezi.
Yes.
But he's an old man who simply sits down and tells stories. He's also a filmmaker.
Yes.
He's also a storyteller. So how do we now put it to paper? Then we also found writers who, they write Muchitavo. They don't type.
Yes.
It's not a bad thing.
Yes.
But we can find a way to understand them and maybe find a way to archive their work. So there is a lot to be said about quality control, or bringing up the quality of the story, such that by the time it reaches camera, the work has been done. Now it's maybe up to the talent and the directors and producers to bring out what the voice of the Ugandans and how Ugandans feel. Yeah, so that's what our guild is all about, making sure that the writers, the first person to conceive the idea and put a story together, is as qualityed, shall I say it that way, as possible, and that their rights are respected, their monies keep coming in. Those are some of the important things that we think will make people sit down and say, I'm a writer, and own it fully, so that you don't run around saying, I produce, sometimes I act.
Jack of all.
Yes, jack of all. But because there is no consistency. In the monies.
That's interesting, and it's very interesting that as the guild, you have an ask to begin with, because personally, I think my biggest problem with most of our guilds is lacking that ask to begin with. Like, what exactly are you asking for, and who are you asking this from? But I would like to know what the guild altogether thinks about things like copywriting, because I think it's one of the things that has been really abused when it comes to this country. Like, you write a story, you give it to a producer, or monies force you to give it to a producer. Like, let me say the way the fund, it's called a support, the content
development support program.
Yes, the way it works, you're a writer, you've worked with someone, and you wrote this entire project by yourself, but you called a producer to come on board, and they came on board, and by the time the film comes out, you see someone's name and your name. And the arrangement of names means a lot.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Like I don't know if those are things you actually do talk about, and who are you addressing when you talk about such things?
So obviously, one of the things that we first did was sort of do like an analysis of sorts, and just to figure out what exactly is the problem. And that you've said was one of the issues that came out. Now, it has to be a collaborative effort. us finding the problem and solving the problem are two different things. One of the quickest ways to solve the problem, we partnered with URSB because they're very passionate, especially from last year up to this year. They opened up an office specifically for copyright. And so they were on the move sensitizing a lot of writers. Your copyright is important. Copyright your stories, copyright your ideas, copyright whatever. So that as a first step, that is what we're doing with them. We're going to move around the country with them. We already have quite an arrangement that if you copyright with us, with SGU and the URSB, you can even get your copyright that very day. So things like that are a way for us to begin because, as you've said, it's a big issue. And we'll need producers, directors, everybody to fall in place. But for now, as everything stands, begin by you copywriting your work so that you give us grounds to defend you. Yeah.
Oh,
wow. I know definitely because there are lots of questions. Me and you have been victims, even just this blogging stuff.
Yeah.
Someone picks your story and then they reproduce it.
Yes.
They find it on different platforms. I know our producer Martin writes for Cinema Focus in Kenya. And recently I was reading the story from their site and I saw at the end, there's an editorial note. You're not allowed to reproduce, pick a segment from this, and unless you have permission, and they put a place where to. I think these are things that are very, very important.
Now that is the copyright at work.
Yes. Which makes a lot of sense. And many people actually don't know these things. Yeah, someone picks your thing and they repost it, and they think it's okay.
Yeah, and also to educate the writer. Some of us write scripts. You don't even put your name.
Yes.
You know? Or you don't, like, there is nothing to defend you.
Yes.
You get, or you enter a room. Guys, I have this idea. No one has shared an MOU.
You keep talking.
And then you say they stole it. They did not. You allowed them to hear it for free.
Because they're looking for stories anyway.
Absolutely.
Quick one, in probably in a few sentences. Okay. What are the plans of the guild?
We already talked about the copyright.
Yes.
So we have a match with URSB around the country. We're going to do a lot of copyright sensitization, along with sensitizing people about the guild, about the presence of the guild, registering people. If you're out there and you're a writer, I encourage you, please register with the Screenwriters Guild of Uganda. We will be sharing on how that will be possible. We're also going to do a launch of the Screenwriters Guild of Uganda. We want to officially come in the neighborhood and say we are here, this is where we're located. We also want to begin weekly classes training screenwriters on what screenwriting is actually all about. In those classes, we will have the basics, like what is a script, but we will also have paper to screen business classes, the things that we are talking about. We'll also be able to have script clinics. So we are doing a lot of regional tours this year to establish base and to understand. We don't want to go to Gulu with our ideas. We want to go to Gulu and listen so that we can be effective in what we are presenting them back. It's nice to bring laptops and whatnot, but what if that's not what they want? What if they already have those things? So that's why the regional circling is very important. So we'll move around the country, introduce ourselves, introduce copyright quite heavily, a sort of an establishment of sorts, and then we will do a launch and we will introduce everybody to our offices and to our writing hub. We're going to have an official writing hub. Yeah.
Wow, Kagwa, they're organized.
Yeah, they're organized.
Why are cause prepping Burundi? Daphne,
yes,
we
please.
can't live without telling people about where to find this beautiful new baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about where. And of course, we can't live without sending greetings to my namesake.
Mr. Karema.
Yes.
Hi, love. How are you? Anyway, so...
Did you see that?
Yeah,
I saw.
So Dreams Come True is my first book. You can get it. I will share the contact for the screen. And then I think in a week or two, you'll be able to get it from Amazon all around the world. Yeah, so Dreams Come True. I hope you buy. It's only 30,000 shillings. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much. I know you always support foreign stuff. but this is homegrown, and the person who is doing this is someone we know. So please, whenever it is ready, please grab a copy at 30K Uganda. Kagwa, I'm going to make sure you buy your copy, but I will let you look at my copy. Producer wants to know, of course, for your fans, any new projects, movies on the way, or you are still in that break?
We have a short film coming out this year, so pray for us. Yeah. Floating Duck is doing a short film this year.
By the way, we didn't talk about your production company.
Yes.
Floating
Duck Productions
is your company.
Yes, it is. Yes. Basically, filmmakers are like ducks on water. All is good, but underneath, Yeah, a lot of work behind the screen.
Daphne, thank you very much.
You're very
welcome. It's been a pleasure. Listening
so
from you. There's a lot to learn, definitely. And of course, I read the book. There's a lot everyone needs. Any dreamer needs to read this book because there's a lot you're going to read, to learn. It's a quick read. There are not lots of things because we know Tumagala Nyok Soma. So she made it very easy for you. Kasome Mangulu Nakulumu, buy for a friend. Valentine's is coming. You never know.
Yeah.
You can decide to order for physical copies and give it to someone.
We'll deliver.
Yeah, she can deliver
directly.
Definitely. Yeah. Kagwa, let's do our sign-outs and we get off this particular episode.
Well, thanks very much for supporting the Frontrow Podcast. And do not forget to support our sponsors, Cinema UG. If you're a filmmaker that has a film to push and you need noise, you need people to know about that film, Cinema UG are the guys to contact. Then Center Production
Yes.
For quality sound for film, live production, and all those nitty-gritties.
Yes.
They are the guys to contact.
Yes.
You can't take on the rest.
Yes, of course, our Juliet Productions and Studios, these guys, anything you want to do for podcasting, anything you want to do for production, these guys are in Muyenga, and trust me, they'll get you sorted. I have to talk about Adlam Consultants. These guys are to do anything to do with the coaching and mindset. If you're not focused and you feel like things don't make sense anymore, these guys can help you refocus and find your way back to the track. Of course, we have Cosette Studios. These guys also do everything production, photography, videography. They're in Kansanga. They're in Kabalagala, yes. It's opposite Tirupati, yes, Tirupati Mall. You can find them there, and trust me, they'll give you your best. There's also DSP events. These guys do anything to do with events. If you want to manage your event so well to get the best out of the event, you can go to DSP event, and trust me, they'll give you the best for your event. I've been Kasule Douglas, Bennett Omadage Kajans, aka Salongo, and my brother
Andrew Kagwa Maiga, the Shadow Katikiro.
Sign out.